What's up, y'all? Welcome back to Wham Fishing, guys. Today we're out here, Dale Hollow, Bassmaster Kayak Series, day one. About 5 minutes away from lines in, 5 minutes away from our starting spot. Looks like we're gonna have a handful of company. Got 3 kayaks right there, a kayak already back there, 50 million people out there scoping. I wish I knew how to do that. I want to go find somebody and pick their brain after this, but we're gonna go burn in the banks with a mag draft, Senko, Texas rig, glide bait, all that fun stuff. It's gonna be fun fishing. I'm not gonna be staring at a screen. Just kidding, I love staring at a screen, but we're gonna be power fishing through this whole thing, trying to find 5 at least 19 inchers. Hopefully 120 and 4 19s, but it's gonna be a lot of burning, a lot of covering water today. So see how it all goes, see how it all shakes out. I'm ready. I'm ready to do this. Practice has been awesome, so we'll see how it goes. All right, y'all. Dang. Dang. Come on. I caught this fish the other day. I think I caught this fish the other day. That's alright. He had a choke. Ugh. 16 incher. Ooh, not what we need. Yeah. Alright, 16 incher. Happened to the past couple days where they're 18s, 19s. It's like a 14. God, no. 14 and a half. $14 3/4. Alright, so while I'm going down here, just going to kind of give you a quick rundown of what I'd found in practice and what all I was doing here. So, you know, this is a late spawn. This is kind of the tail end of the spawn out here on Dale Hollow, and I had found, you know, bedding fish down the banks, but I hadn't found like plentiful or large bedding fish down the bank. And kind of what it turns out had happened here was, you know, the guys that ended up winning, they were finding fish out in this area, out in this area, and I was concentrating up here on the bank, fish that I could see, but they were still spawning fish in this little slightly deeper area that, you know, I wasn't able to find. I never came across them in practice, but throwing this glide bait, I think I probably had a couple of those fish pop up and grab the bait, which is why I was getting so many bites and so in practice. They weren't really eating the glide bait, but they were slapping at it, which tells me they were on beds. And they were probably these deeper fish coming up and just slapping at the glide bait as I'm going down. And these fish that were on the banks, these fish that were kind of easy to see up there, I had caught a handful in practice, but they were pretty tough. You know, between the fishing pressure and being late in the spawn and everything, those fish were actually pretty tough to get to bite, and it was taking me at least 10, 15 minutes, usually per fish to get a bite. So I picked up the glide bait, and I still fish Texas rig here and there if I see one locked down or a neko. If I knew you got an overhanging tree like that you can't really get the glide bait by, but I knew my best option is going to be numbers. Chucking that glide bait, just going down the bank as fast as I can, hoping to get some of these fish to react to it, and kind of unknowingly catching these fish that are, in this deeper area. Like I could see into the water beds down to probably about here, 3, 4 foot. But the guys that were catching the bigger fish were catching them off beds using live scope in this little, 6 to 8 foot range that you can't quite see with the glasses on, no matter how good you are. So catching a handful of fish with the glide bait, just kind of, making a whole bunch of casts. I was ended up covering like 15 miles a day. I mean, I didn't go back across any water throughout the entire day. It was just, standing up, chucking that thing at visible cover, and just kind of just going down the bank with it. Obviously, I threw the old neko and pitched to some bedding fish here and there that I had marked along the way, but just going down, chucking the glide bait, trying to get their reaction bite was the name of the game here. And we'll cut forward just a little bit. So that kind of stuff that sticks out a little bit farther is what a couple of these fish were relating to. And also kind of what I noticed, I hadn't caught a lot of smallmouth throughout the week, but during this tournament day, I ended up catching a handful of smallmouth, and they were all relating to these little pieces of wood on the outside points. So on the points right outside the mouth of a pocket. So you got a little pocket right here. You got a piece of wood that's out on this little edge, if you can see it. That's where the smallmouth were. Because I ended up catching 3 or 4 smallmouth throughout the day on that kind of stuff. And I'd seen a couple competitors out there fishing that kind of stuff. I didn't get keyed in on it during practice, but that is where some of these fish came from. Just kind of picked up on that. Every time I show these pieces of wood out there in the area, so that's one of the other things I kind of picked up. My main strategy, but
Stay down, stay down, stay down.
take it where we can get it.
I don't think he'll help, but not look very good.
It's always fun to catch a smallmouth with a glide bait. Oh, I caught one the day before, probably 4 pounds or something.
He sees the
4
net.
feet of the glide bait over 23 foot.
Oh my gosh.
Down, I just watched it blow it out of the water. A whole lot better bite than something. It was ended up being, 16, 17 incher. It didn't help the end of the day total, but
I think he'll help, but
always fun to catch one. $14, $15 incher on a bed up there. Yep, that one. Like that one on a bed up there that I saw the other day. There should be a bunch of them on bed. A little bit farther back. It's a little bit closer to the size. Correct size. No. $17 incher. good.
It worked out though, didn't it?
Yeah. So if you tried to stay away from kayaks, I don't think you'd be fishing today.
No, I'm not. Like I said, I just didn't know you was in there. I wouldn't have got so close.
No, you're good. Don't worry about it.
Got very many today.
About 7 or 8. I had about 8 or 9 pound smallmouth come after. I'm throwing. Got a G rat. I've been just throwing a mag draft around. I had about a 7 or 8 pounder come up on it, and
I got a couple on the deck too.
I had a heart attack, but he didn't need it.
No, that's the way it goes with the big baits sometimes. It's a
Oh,
lot
yeah.
of fun watching them.
Yeah, I caught about 4.5, 5 yesterday on it.
Did you?
On one of the just one of the clutches. I might pick it up here now because I keep catching little 2 pounders. That's why I'm throwing this the rest of the day. That's why I'm throwing this the rest of the day. Might be a freaking over, dude. Alright. What's that for a 19 1/4 smallmouth? Alright, I'll take it. You're tangled up in the net. I was about to go see how big that fish right there is. Fish on a bed right there that I was actually looking at. I felt it go thunk. You need to calm down though, fish. Alright, a 17 incher. Freaking monsters, man. There we go. Oh, stay on the guide bait. Fish. Oh, there you go. That's a decent one. That's why we're gonna throw the glide the rest of the day. Chill. Oh, he's angry. He's very angry. All right, 17 and a half. Oh. I saw this fish a couple days ago, sitting up there. that tree. Right by that tree. Just watch. Nice. Yeah. Catch these fish right off the bat. I don't know if it's worth it. I don't know if it's worth it spending a whole bunch of time on bedfish. Just, yeah, especially if they're 15, 16 inchers. I mean, that one right there is like a 17, 18. But that one would take a while to catch. There we go. 19 incher. I knew that was a better fish up there the other day. Oh, that's a big one. Oh, that's a big one. Oh, yes. That's what I needed right there. That's what. God. I knew there was one in this tree. That's full. All right, 19 3/4. All right, y'all. It's the end of day one, Dale Hollow. That was a long day. Troll motor on high, van damming it down the bank, chucking the old glide bait. The old clutch OG, little choppy glide, slap chop glide. And caught some decent fish. Caught a 19.5-inch smallmouth this morning, 19 something smallmouth this morning, and ended up catching a 19 3/4 largemouth. I think I got everything on camera. Oh, I didn't get smallmouth on camera, and one of my 17s I didn't get on camera, but I caught a ton of fish today. Caught a lot of fish today. Fortunately, it was bright and sunny out and not super conducive to glide bait bugs. Not super conducive to glide bait fishing, so I had to kind of run around and fish a lot of shadows and stuff like that, like shady sides of stuff, but ended up making it work. Like 92.5, 93, something like that. 92.5, 93.5. So overall, that should be a decent start. Haven't really checked the leaderboard. I know there's got to be some people out here crushing it with like 98 inches. The way the smallmouth were biting this morning, I had more smallmouth bite this morning than I've had bite all week. So I don't know what was going on with them, but they were just going nuts. I think the shad spawn had them all fired up, but had that going on. So on the way back in, overall, pretty awesome day. No live scoping. I actually had the sonar turned off. I had the depth finder was on, but I had the sonar turned off all day until the ride back. So I just want to see what I'm going across. But I just like to stare at the screen sometimes whenever I'm just, 30 minutes of just going across the middle of the lake and like look at the screen. But other than that, hopefully we can do a little bit better tomorrow. I lost a handful of fish. I lost like 30 minutes, like 30 minutes before line said I lost like an 18 or so. It came up, just hit the glide, had it in its mouth, and then spit it out like instantaneously. And like I swung on it, it just popped right out of its mouth. So see if we can catch that one tomorrow with the wacky rig. I'm throwing a Texas rig out here. It's just these fish don't want it. It's kind of wild. Like I throw the glide bait, they eat it. I throw the wacky Senko, they eat it. But Texas rig, man, they don't want it. If it touches the bottom, they don't want it. So it's Lake Fork all over again. But I'm gonna sit back, I'm gonna recline the seat right here and enjoy the ride back. Hope y'all enjoyed the video. Take some glide bait tips from it. And see y'all tomorrow for day 2. Alright y'all, thanks for watching.